So tell us more about what we're doing here tonight, just in general.
This is the opening of the seafood shack I've been invited to, and it's a lovely little place, so just a start of a nice night out.
Fantastic. So obviously the rugby season is nearly upon us. You consider yourself a rugby, I want to say, connoisseur. Am I correct in saying that?
Well, I'm not sure, he's just an ex-rugby player really, that's all, who kind of thinks he knows something about the game.
So describe to us, obviously the Lions, fantastic performance, a lot of Welsh players.
Yeah, it was an amazing kind of result for the Lions. I think it all hinged on Sonny Bill Williams getting sent off, but saying that, the Lions had to go out and win games and draw the last one, and if anyone would have put a bet on that, they'd have been extremely happy with getting that result in New Zealand. So a fantastic result for British Lions and for Northern Hemisphere rugby.
Definitely. And what does that say? A large contingent of the squad was in fact Welsh, and of course the manager as well. So
yeah, it's it's always great when you get that experience, a winning experience, or a touring experience, especially in a country like New Zealand, and it'll only benefit the players involved and the management. So hopefully this year, looking for better things of those players.
And obviously, whilst the Lions were away, Wales were also away as well, and managed to get some fantastic results away in the Southern Isles.
It were, because I didn't expect them, to be honest, to win the one in Samoa, but they got two great results, and they blooded a few youngsters. And again, that could only be beneficial to the future. So looking at the autumn and the Six Nations, it'll be interesting to see how many of those players come through.
Exactly, and obviously you said there was a lot of young players coming through. The future of Welsh rugby looks pretty bright, doesn't it?
I think it's getting the experience of playing in the Pro 12, getting the experience of playing in the regions, getting that exposure, and then if the opportunity comes for Wales, you've got to take that opportunity. It seems a little bit easier now because you are a professional player and you have the opportunity to get to the international level. So, but it's a question of taking it when it comes. So hopefully we'll see a lot more youngsters coming through.
Definitely, and obviously last season Scarlets doing very well.
That was just an extraordinary, season for the Scarlets. I can't think of anyone who tipped them, but towards the latter stage of the season, they played a brand of rugby that was exciting, a brand of rugby that they were comfortable with, and a winning brand of rugby. And to win the semi-final and then go to Dublin and win out there as well was a phenomenal result for the Scarlets, and especially in the manner of which they played.
And obviously this summer has been fantastic for Welsh rugby, with the Scarlets, with the Wales tour, and obviously the Lions. How much do you think your impact that's going to have on, say, young people who are growing up watching in Wales, and say West Wales or South Wales and North Wales, watching rugby, and they think, do you know what, I really fancy a crack at this?
Well, it's all about putting it out there now and giving people kind of a platform to watch it on. And I remember listening to the 1971 Lions in the Bird in Hand pub in Tymsaren on my father's lap at 3 a.m. in the morning. So things have changed dramatically since then, and they have access to more games. So hopefully, with the marketing of the game, because there is more competition, the internet, the computers, so you have to market it well, and hopefully a lot of players will look back and say, this is the year that I actually turned on onto rugby.
And looking forward then, obviously looking back, but looking forward now to the autumn internationals, do you think Warren Gatland's got a bit of a selection headache?
It hopefully he has, because if he has a selection headache, it means that a lot of the players in the regions are playing well. If he doesn't, it means that none of the youngsters are coming through. So this year now he's got Georgia and South Africa, Australia, New Zealand. So people expectation is huge. They expect to win 3 out of those 4 games. And if they get the 4th result, well, that'll be history in itself. So it's looking forward to the autumn and then to the Six Nations.
And I've been speaking to the manager of the Cardiff Blues, Danny Wilson, and he says he's got an abundance of young players as well coming through. I mean, it just looks fantastic for Wales as a country.
There's a lot of youngsters, playing good rugby in Wales. The under 18s did well, and the 20s have gone well, and it's just trying to bring them through to that next level. That is the big the big ask. So give them the right opportunity with quality players and experienced players. You can't just throw them in. Hopefully a lot will come through.
And looking forward now, I want to hear a little bit of prediction for you from yourself. How well? What Welsh team do you think will do the best in the competition?
I'm not going to give a prediction because I'm not going to be. The season hasn't started. I haven't seen any games. I don't know the squads. It's summer, and if I start thinking about rugby now, I'll be bored to death by the end of May. So I will look at the team sheet on Friday night. Look at the Blues team. Then I'll look at the rugby throughout the weekend. See on the new players, see the young players, and then I might make a prediction by the end of September.
Fantastic.
So you can get lost.
And then one more finally. I mean, looking forward to the new season ahead. Is there any player that you're looking forward to watching?
I think that's. I'd like to see a resurgent George North. Let's think. What's his name? Summerhill in the Blues is playing exceptionally well in pre-season. Tom Williams has got a lot of talent. I'd like to see Rhys Webb coming, a lot stronger as well. So there's a lot of young players. Steph Evans given the opportunity. So there's a lot of young players coming through, and like I said, it's just giving them the platform to perform, to take that next step.
Exactly. And just one more time, Gavin Henson, thoughts?
Hey, what can I say? Gavin, I tell you, he is has been a very talented player. Unfortunately, I think he's wasted a lot of his talent. I think he could have done a lot more with it. He's that naturally gifted, and I hope now that he takes this opportunity in the Dragons. They've seen resurgent with a new coach under the wing of the WRU and with some experienced players there. So he could be the catalyst to a resurgent Dragon. So fingers crossed for both of them.
Thank you very much, Tiffy, and I look forward to seeing you on my telly.
Diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr. Diolch.
Pleasure.